Are you ready to see how one blockchain is shaking up the global trade and turning traditional supply chains on their head? Now imagine a world where every product, from a designer handbag to your life-saving medication, can be tracked with absolute certainty. Now today we're going to be diving into how Vechain is rewriting the rules of global trade and why this isn't just another tech fad. Okay, so let's jump right in. In a recent academic journal titled Blockchain in Global Trade, Vechain was spotlighted for its groundbreaking work in the supply chain industry. Now this isn't your everyday blockchain chatter. This is an official nod from the academic world, affirming that Vechain is more than just hype. It's actively solving some of the biggest challenges facing global trade. So you might be wondering, what's all the fuss about? Well, let's go ahead and break it down. Now, traditionally, managing global supply chains has been like trying to solve a puzzle with missing pieces. If you think about it, right, you have, when you kind of buy, let's say, a luxury item or a kind of pharmaceutical product, you trust that it's a genuine and safe, right? But in the real world, counterfeiting, fraud, and even smuggling have been the bane of these industries. Now, paperwork was submitted, data was unreliable, and the entire system was riddled with, well, inefficiencies. Enter blockchain technology, and specifically Vechain, which brings a whole new level of transparency and security. Now, at its core, Vechain is changing the game by providing verifiable, tamper-proof data about where a product comes from and how it was made, and even its environmental impact. Right? This means that when from the moment that a product was made or is made until it actually reaches your hands, every step is recorded on an immutable ledger. Now, for industries like luxury fashion or pharmaceuticals, where trust is everything, this level of detail is an absolute game changer. So let's talk about some real-world examples here. Right, a well-known crypto trader known as Apollo on the social media platform X, which I didn't really know as Twitter anyway, recently kind of praised Vechain for its role in revolutionizing global trade. Now, Apollo pointed out that Vechain's ability to ensure data transparency is a massive win for consumer trust and product verification. Now imagine being able to trace the journey of a Louis Vuitton bag or a kind of batch of medicine with kind of complete confidence that every piece of data is accurate. That's exactly what Vechain is making possible. So what does this mean for the world that we live in then, and the world where counterfeiting alone costs companies billions of dollars every year? Well, it means that Vechain's technology is not just about innovation. It's about protecting brands, ensuring product quality, and building trust between businesses and consumers. Now, by partnering with major luxury brands like Louis Vuitton, Vechain has shown that its technology isn't just theoretical, it's practical, effective, and already in use. Now, let's zoom out a little bit and kind of see why these developments really matter. Now, global trade is a massive, interconnected web where any kind of weak link can lead to disastrous consequences. Now, traditional kind of supply chain systems have been heavily reliant on fragmented documentation and manual processes. Now, these systems are not only slow, but they're also prone to errors and fraud. So when you're kind of dealing with millions of products crossing borders, even the smallest error can lead to significant losses. Now, Vechain's blockchain-based solution tackles this head-on by ensuring that every piece of data is verifiable and secure. So consider this, right? When a product is counterfeited or tampered with, right, it's not just the brand that suffers, it's the consumer too. The trust that consumers place in a product's quality and safety is vital. Now, with Vechain, the trust is built into the system. Every product's journey is recorded, making it impossible for fraudulent items to enter the market unnoticed. And this isn't just a promise, it's backed by academic research that highlights blockchain's transformative power in addressing these exact issues. So, of course, with every great innovation comes its own set of challenges. One of the kind of big hurdles is global, at least in global trade, I should say, has been the massive gap between traditional systems and the new age technology. Many businesses are still stuck in the old ways of doing things. Think piles of paper documents and outdated tracking methods. Transitioning to a blockchain-based system can seem daunting. After all, it requires not only new technology, but it also a kind of new way of thinking about how data is handled and trusted. This is the challenge that Vechain has embraced, right? They're kind of taking on that mammoth task of bridging the gap between old and new systems. And in doing so, they're setting a kind of new standard for the entire industry. So as we kind of dig deeper here, it's important to understand the bigger picture. Vechain's work, it isn't just happening in isolation, right? The academic journal that recognized Vechain's contributions also pointed out how fragmented and inefficient global supply chains have become in today's complex trade networks. Now, in an era where products often kind of pass through numerous hands before reaching the consumer, the need for a reliable, transparent system is more critical than ever. Vechain's blockchain technology provides a much-needed solution by linking every stakeholder in the supply chain with a single verifiable source of truth. Now, let's take a closer look at the numbers here. Right, Vechain's technology has not only caught the kind of attention of academics and industry leaders, but has also kind of made waves in the market. Recently, Vechain's token, VET, experienced a nice little rally of about 1.6% over a 24-hour period, reaching around 2.8 cents at the point of recording. Now, while the trading volumes dipped slightly, these movements are indicative of the market's growing recognition of Vechain's potential. Now, investors and kind of industry experts kind of see Vechain as kind of a key player in the future of blockchain and global trade. This kind of market performance, even with kind of minor kind of fluctuations, reinforce the idea that blockchain isn't just a buzzword, it's actually a valuable solution to kind of long-standing kind of problems in the supply chain management world. Now, let's kind of pivot a little bit here and talk about Vechain's latest achievements beyond just global trade. Right, in a recent update, Vechain secured a new US patent through 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘, right? A kind of breakthrough in providing property ownership using blockchain. Now, this patent approved on March 4th addresses one of the kind of fundamental challenges in verifying who owns what in today's digital and physical worlds. Now, Vechain's CEO, Sunny Liu, has been vocal advocate for using blockchain to promote sustainable practices. Now, this isn't just about tech for, tech's sake, essentially. It's actually about creating a system that can help foster a more trustworthy and sustainable global economy. Oh, another kind of significant milestone is the Galactica upgrade proposal for the Vechain-Thor blockchain, which is currently under voting. Now, this foundational upgrade is set to further enhance the platform's efficiency, security, and overall functionality. Imagine the kind of potential impact of these upgrades on industries that rely on fast, secure, and transparent transactions. It's like giving the old, creaky supply chain systems a high-tech makeover that not only fixes the flaws, but also opens up new opportunities for innovation. So why should you really care about all of this then? Well, at the end of the day, it's all about trust. Whether you're buying a luxury handbag, your next dose of medicine, or even your kind of daily groceries, knowing that the product you receive is safe, authentic, and made with care is crucial, right? Vechain is at the forefront of this trust revolution. Using blockchain technology to kind of create a future where every product can be traced from start to finish. So let's take a step back and consider the story of global trade itself. A story of challenges, setbacks, and triumphs. For centuries, trade has been on the backbone of economies around the world, yet, despite its importance, traditional systems have always struggled with issues of transparency and security. In the past, counterfeit goods and fraudulent practices wouldn't just kind of be minor inconveniences, they were major problems that could devastate businesses and harm consumers. Now, with blockchain technology, you're witnessing kind of a revolution. Right? Vechain is leading the charge, or this charge, by showing how digital innovation can address all kind of age-old problems and create a safer and more reliable global market. The impact of this transformation can be felt across multiple industries. Take the luxury goods sector, for example. High-end brands have always kind of relied on the kind of mystique and kind of exclusivity of their products, right? But at kind of with the rise of counterfeiting items, Even the most prestigious brands have faced challenges in maintaining their reputation. Now, by partnering with Vechain, brands like Louis Vuitton now have the ability to offer their customers proof of authority, also proof of authenticity, I should say, right? Ensuring that their products is in fact the real deal, not just this kind of protect the brand's image, but it also enhances customer loyalty. Now, when a customer knows that the product that they're buying has been verified every step of the way, it kind of builds a confidence, a currency, more valuable than any price tag. Now, similarly, the pharmaceutical industry, which deals directly with your health and our well-being, well, that has much more to gain from blockchain technology. The ability to trace every ingredient and verify the production processes can be a lifesaver, literally. Now, counterfeit or substandard medications can have devastating effects, and blockchain provides a safety net that could prevent such tragedies, right? Now, Vechain's contributions in this field have the kind of potential to kind of save lives by ensuring that what's on the shelf is exactly what is intended to be on the shelf. Of course, no revolutionary change comes without its fair share of challenges. One of the major obstacles Vechain faces is the kind of inherited kind of problem, right? The traditional systems. Now, many companies have been operating with the same methods for decades. Shifting to a blockchain-based system requires not only technical kind of upgrades, but also a change in mindset. It's kind of like asking someone who's been driving a manual car all of their lives to suddenly switch to an automatic. They might be hesitant at first, but once they kind of experience the benefits, there's no turning back. Now, Vechain, of course, is not just kind of selling technology. It's about selling a new way of thinking about data, trust, and transparency. This transition, it isn't always smooth. There are regulatory hurdles, integration challenges, and a learning curve that companies must overcome. However, the earlier adopters are already reaping the rewards. Businesses that have embraced Vechain solutions are experiencing fewer fraud incidences, improved efficiencies, and a noticeable boost in consumer confidence. These success stories are powerful examples of how blockchain can be more than just a buzzword. It can be transformative in the force, it's a transformative force, I should say, in global trade. Now, with all of this going on and all of these changes, the human element kind of remains crucial, right? Trust isn't built by algorithms alone, right? It's built on relationships and the confidence that consumers have in the brands that they choose. Vechain approach kind of emphasizes this human connection by ensuring that every piece of data is accurate and verifiable. They're not just securing transactions, they're building bridges between businesses and the customers, right? And this is the kind of trust that can turn a kind of one-time buyer into a lifelong fan. Now, there's also a fascinating ripple effect here, right? As more industries begin to see the benefits of blockchain, the pressure on traditional systems will only increase. We could soon see a domino effect where every sector, from food to electronics, adopts similar technologies to safeguard their products. In this way, Vechain isn't just a single player in the market, it's a kind of tail kind of blazing, setting a new standard essentially, right, for the future. And let's not forget the community that's around Vechain, right? With a growing network of supporters, from crypto traders like Apollo all the way through to industry experts and even academic researchers. It's Vechain that is more than just a technology company. It's a movement, right? This diverse community is united by a common goal to create a world where transparency and trust are the norm, not the exception. It's a powerful vision, one that is slowly but surely becoming reality. Now, if you're sitting there thinking, this all sounds too good to be true, well, it's natural to be skeptical, right? After all, every revolutionary idea faces its fair share of doubters. But when you kind of look at the data, the market rallies the kind of academic endorsements and the real world partnerships, it becomes clear that VeChain isn't just riding a wave. It's actually creating one, right? The numbers speak for themselves, right? We've seen VeChain grow enormously in the previous bullish market. Yes, it's had its ups and its downs, but, it's growing in daily volumes. And, it might feel like small steps at times, but in a volatile world of crypto and blockchain, it's these significant indicators that are, kind of a steady kind of progress and growing acceptance over time. Now, in this journey, right, of transformation, every step forward is a victory against the old, right? Inefficient ways of managing global trade. The academic journal recognition is not just a pat on the back, it's a signal to the world that blockchain is here to stay, and VeChain is one of its leading champions. With every new partnership, every successful implementation, and every technological upgrade, VeChain reinforces its position as a critical player in the revolution of global trade. So, where do we go from here? Well, the future looks very bright for VeChain and the broader adoption of blockchain in global supply chains. Now, as more companies begin to understand and implement these solutions, we can expect a significant shift in how goods are produced, tracked, and of course delivered. The ripple effect will be felt across the industries, transforming not just how products move, but how trust is built in an increasingly interconnected world. Now, in conclusion, VeChain's journey from a blockchain startup to a recognized force in global trade is nothing short of remarkable. It's a story of innovation, persistence, and a commitment to solving real-world problems. By leveraging blockchain technology, VeChain is addressing some of the most pressing challenges in supply chain management, issues that have long plagued industries and frustrated consumers. Whether it's kind of ensuring the authenticity of luxury goods, safeguarding pharmaceuticals, or paving the way for a more sustainable future, VeChain is proving that blockchain can do more than just record transactions. It can transform lives. Now, if you found this update useful and informative, smash that like button for me, guys. Let's get the likes up on this video. Let's show our appreciation for VeChain. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest news and technical analysis, not just on VeChain and VET, but on a whole host of other altcoins, make sure to subscribe using the subscribe button just down below. Now, if you want to know some of the other things that are going on in the crypto world right now, you don't want to miss that video right there. Give it a click.